sound crazy. I'm about to blow your mind with what I'm about to say. I feel like me becoming balanced with my wife has opened up so much other things in my mind, and it's taught me so much more, made me look so much deeper. And I've really been reflecting on a lot of other things in my life, looking at every facet of my life. Because if I was that wrong about polygamy and that gun-hold about polygamy, what else was I wrong about? And I start, it really humbled me. So, please don't laugh at the comments, because I'm going to block you too. If you laugh at some silly shit, I'm going to block you too. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to block you because you laughed at some other shit. Because what I'm saying is serious. What I'm saying is serious. And I don't want you to get caught up in the dumb shit. And what I'm about to say to you, it's gonna blow your mind, but it's real. So yesterday, so then there's this one. What about it? What about it? What about it? Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Squat down. Squat down. Squat down. I'm trying to help you out. There you go. There you go. See? It's a lot easier that way, ain't it? You see the little bed here?
She got a lock right here in the back.
Welcome back. Get it up. Get it up. Alright, so, me being wrong about polygamy has really humbled me. It's funny how one thing can crumble your whole shit. But I've been really thinking, man. And then the universe, I went to the Laguna yesterday, and the funniest thing happened to me. I was walking on the trail, and this dude was like, psst, psst, shh, shh. And he had a string in the water. He was like, shh, come here. And I was like, this is weird. Why would he tell us to come here? He's like, shh. And he pulled the fish out the pond. And he pulled it to me. And I touched the fish with my hand. And I was looking at the guy. And he was smiling. And I was touching the fish. And I thought to myself, like, damn, I would eat this fish. Like, I would really eat it. And then as soon as I thought that, and he was like, barbecue. And I was like, nah, bro. And at first I was like reluctant to even think about that. And then I started contemplating, and I was like, damn, if Babylon was to truly fall, you know what I'm saying? if it was to truly fall, and there was no system at all, you know, what would we be really eating? And Rambo was right, and I gotta shout out Rambo. And he was like, he's no longer vegan, because it was like, I was thinking, like, if the system was to fall, for real, me being out here in the jungle, yes, there's seasonal fruit. Fruit comes in season. I mean, you get mangoes in May, you can get certain fruits, but they have to be, you know what I'm saying, garden and all that. And there's certain people here are deficient of certain vitamins. And I was like, yo, if Babylon was to really fail, niggas would be fishing. Niggas would be eating fish. Niggas would be eating chicken to make up, you know what I'm saying? Here we would have veggies and all of that stuff. But for real, like, realistically speaking, if Babylon was to fall, it would be kind of like meat eating. Feel me? And so I was thinking about that, and I was like, damn, Rambo was right, yo. I wasn't listening to Rambo, but because for me, I don't need to eat meat. I don't need to eat at all. Like, me personally, the way my body is set up, I have the ability to be breatharian, me myself. I don't have to eat at all. Me personally, right? But as you can see, those around me are more thin, and in my circle, like with Mama Shiva, I started to really look at things open-mindedly instead of like being caught up in my own thoughts. And we can grow our own veggies. We can grow our own veggies. We can grow all of our foods and stuff. But for real, if Babylon was to fall right now, me and my soldiers would be out there fishing. We would be catching these chickens and raising chickens, and that's what we would be doing, like healthy chickens, like not. And I could see then how we have advanced as human beings, because when we start looking at deficiencies as far as vitamins, we could see why we started to farm chickens, we started to farm fish, and I can also see where we became greedy. Became all the 7 deadly sins: money, lust, greed, pride came in, and we started overdoing it. But I can also see the evolution of man, and how man was like, okay, let's eat less. Eating vegan, you have to eat more to get your nutrition sometimes. Well, not for me personally. Me, I'm a phenomenon. Like, you see how big I am, and I only eat once a day. Like, for me, certain people on this planet like myself, I don't have to eat at all. It's okay. No. It's all right. I know they're going to get at it. But when you're wrong, and I got to say this. Rambo was right, and I want y'all to send this to him and tell him I said thank you. Because what he said planted the seed. The reality of it is that if Babylon was to fall, that's what we be doing. We'd be hunting. We'd be fucking hunting. We'd be hunting for fruit. We'd be growing our fruit. We'd be growing our veggies. And even fruit is seasonal. Like I said, it's seasonal. And you can still get your fruits and everything, but we know that fruit is not enough for most people. So I'm not saying that it's okay to be eating chicken from Babylon, and because it's the way they're doing it. It's mass production. It's like he was saying in the video, like Rambo was saying in the video. It's like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, it's the way we do it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the way we doing it, and I feel like Babylon is just the 7 deadly sins. I think that what we're doing is right, and we evolved in certain ways, but then we start overdoing things. We started being greedy and only eating meat all day, every day, and fish all day. You know, we started becoming greed, and when you have greed, there's no balance.
Right.
And so I could see where you would want to eat fish to get all of your omega-3 fats and, you know what I'm saying, and all your nutritions in one fish rather than eating all of this stuff just to get your nutrition. So we minimalized it to fish and chicken.
Especially if it's seasonal.
Right. And in some places, they don't have chickens or fish, they eat beef. But pork, never. I don't even know why people touch
I don't even know why people touch beef, honestly.
Yeah, beef. People think that the cow is sacred and it was given to them and they be living in the desert and they have to eat something. Energy is just transformed.
I can understand that.
Energy is transformed. So it's like right now when we got pregnant women, the pregnant woman, they breastfeed and you can see they be lacking nutrition. And we eat once a day. What if they ate some healthy salmon or some fatty fish and had the nutrition that they need? And nature's there for us to not be greedy and mass produce, but to, with balance, having a balanced meal. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm thinking in my head realistically, and I'm glad that this polygamy thing happened because it snapped me out of my spell of just being out of balance with the universe. And I'm starting to see things more clearly. And I just want to say thank you to Rambo. And I apologize, I was wrong. And you was right. You feel me? And we should add, I believe, carefully add chicken and fish and egg to our diet because it is going to give you more. It's going to give you more nutrition with less food. And that's why we evolved to that. And apologize to Babylon. But the thing about Babylon I don't like is the greed, the overindulging, the meat everywhere, overconsumption. Everywhere you go, there's meat, and it just became greed, and we became overindulgent in these things. And so shout out to Rambo for sending that message to me in my reality, and me really planting that seed. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all send this to Rambo. I'll reach out to him myself and say thank you, because he's right. Because if Babylon was to really fall, we would be really out here hunting. Facts. Because if my child is here, she gonna eat. I'm gonna eat. And the only thing I could think of that I'm gonna be eating for real is fruit. I'm gonna grow some veggies. I'm gonna grow all of that, but that ain't gonna be sufficient enough. So I'm gonna need to raise chickens, healthy chicken, and I'm gonna have to go fishing. And that's the thing I'll be thinking. And then I'm thinking of Rastas. And I think of Egypt, how they had fish. And I was like, yo, yes, the waters are mercury. They got a lot of mercury in the water, but there is fresh water ponds where you can find. And I feel like if we're going to say fuck Babylon and our greed and stuff, that we're going to have to start doing these things ourselves and start conditioning ourselves to live as if Babylon wasn't here. And realistically speaking, you're going to be going hunting. Is that? And I know people gonna make fun of me now, and they have every right to. Every right to. But just know I'm growing. I'm growing. We're growing. And we gonna get it right. And there's a lot of things that I might have had wrong, but there's a lot of things I have right, and I will be implementing the things that I have right to the things I have. And I'm gonna perfect it. So, you know, you could laugh at me, you could say anything you want about me, but just know, at least I'm able to grow. At least I ain't stuck in my ignorance. And that's the beauty of it. And I'm not stuck. And I'm growing. It's been a growthful year, a growthful month for me. And that doesn't mean I'm doing away with my knowledge, because the knowledge is A1. It's just certain things I'm tweaking. I'm tweaking certain things. And I think that certain people came in my life to help me, like Rambo. I think that Key, shout out to Key, because Key was trying to tell me about monogamy. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that came in my life that left was trying to tell me something I wasn't hearing. And so all of the knowledge is not to be thrown away. There's a lot of, all the knowledge is pure cut. But when it came to Key, you know what I'm saying, and it came to people leaving, I've evaluated, I've been sitting heavily, meditating on, you know, what people was trying to tell me, and I wasn't listening. Key was trying to implement that monogamy, You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to him. You know, shout out to Yaya. She wanted monogamy. And even Maisha wanted monogamy. I just wasn't ready for that shit. And it took Nana to, you know what I mean? The universe keep giving it to you until you learn the lesson. And I'm so glad I didn't read on my fourth baby mom. Shout out to Pocahontas. She was trying to get me to do it, and it's like it took me 4 baby mamas to actually get it. You know what I'm saying? It took this special woman right here, who's basically my twin flame, to really get me back where I was supposed to be. And shout out to all you people out there that was trying to tell me, but I don't be listening to y'all, because I don't know who's against me, who's with me. I don't know if you a troll. If you trolling me, I don't be knowing who to listen to. So I just listen to myself, because I'm a leader like that. And I'd rather learn, you know, I'd rather learn that way. You know what I mean? I'd rather learn the hard way sometimes than to listen to some of y'all. I'd rather learn through me to listen to some of y'all, because I don't be knowing. You know what I mean? Like, for me to really know is to be experienced. I got a moon in the 9th house, so I got to go out here and bump my head myself. So it is what it is. But the beautiful thing about me bumping my head is I have a gift of gab, and I could learn through experience instead of learning through chitter chatter and other people's experiences. But I do need to listen a little more to people, and they trying to tell me something and do more research. You know what I'm saying? I know, Coach for life. You one person out of fucking a million people trying to talk to me at once. You gotta realize, it's like you could say something to me, but for me, it's like, bro, I'm stubborn. I'm a Taurus. You know what I'm saying? I'm stubborn. I'm a Leo moon. You feel me? But I'm learning. So we're gonna be adding the right fish. We're gonna tell you the right fish. We're gonna be adding chicken, and we're gonna be adding egg to our diet.
Wait, do you think better chicken or turkey?
I think both. Remember that turkey?
Turkeys was like.
I think both. I think seafood and turkeys at a moderation, man. Once a day, eating a meal, and then around that, eating like I told you, eating once a day. You know what I'm saying? And all of those extra shit that we put on sugars and all of that stuff, we gotta be careful with all of that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we also gonna implement celebrating birthdays again, because I wasn't celebrating birthdays, but I think that we should have way more celebrations if we're gonna be a colorful nation, and we're gonna be a cultured nation. We need to do a lot of celebrations. That's another thing I learned in this trip I took yesterday. Just riding through on a Sunday, there was so many families together celebrating. There was little birthday parties. You don't want to take that away from people. We need to celebrate each other. I don't feel like we should celebrate the holidays that they celebrate, but we should have our own holidays. We're also making a flag. We're making our own flag. The colors are going to be black, white. Black representing the quantum field of possibilities. White reflecting the light of the darkness. So our colors is going to be black, white, and green, with the sun and the triangle, which represents the prism. It's going to be the sun triangle, and it's going to be black, white, and green. We're making a flag for our nation. You feel what I'm saying? Please stop calling my wife Velvet. Please stop calling her Velvet. Please stop calling my wife Velvet. Her name is Eliana. No tilapia. I don't know. Shrimp. Y'all got to battle me on shrimp, because shrimp is like... No shrimp? Oh, definitely no tilapia. Hell no. You could follow Yada. You could follow that if you want. Like, you could follow whatever you want to follow. I feel like we should be able to do whatever we want to do and feel like me. But I'm gonna tell you some real shit. I've been out here 5 years, and I've seen it. I've seen it all, man. You could live vegan. You could live vegan and grow your own food and live off of that alone, and you could live raw vegan. I seen people do it. You know what I'm saying? You could do it. I just feel like these people are nutritionally. I feel like the brain can't even get enough oxygen. Here's the problem. This is what I had to learn about myself. Myself, I'm a special type of person. Like, I'm not like everybody else, bro. And I can't hold everybody to my standards. Like, I'm an extraordinary ass nigga. I'm being honest with you, and I'm not just saying this because, you know what I mean? But me, like, as you can see, like, you see my body, I'm eating what everybody else is eating here. And literally, I'm still solid. I'm still got muscles, and I'm still like, you know what I mean? Like, you would think I was eating extra food, and I'm not. I don't even, these guys eat more than I do, and you don't even notice it. But that's the truth. The truth of the matter is, I eat once a day. I can go without eating for like ever and still be okay. I would lose, of course I'm gonna lose weight in the process, and that's what's happening. Okay, I'll be outside. Alright, I'm right here. So, for me it's like, I could see how man has evolved, you know what I'm saying? And if you want to be vegan, but I'm just telling you that there's a lot of stuff that your brain is not getting as far as B12. Like, for me, like, I'm one of those people that can be breatharian. You know what I mean? Like your brother Elohim or something. I like me, I could feed off of the chi of nature. Like me personally, it doesn't take much. I don't have to do much. You know what I mean? But that doesn't go for my people. My people, they're looking to, my people are not looking like me. Certain ones of them do, but my people are more malnutrition. They need certain nutritions, and I've turned the blind eye to that because of my stubbornness. And I was straight, so I was just like, okay, everybody's different. There's different variations, and people need certain nutritions, and people need certain things, especially the pregnant woman. Having pregnant women in carbonation has taught me so much, because these women need extra nutrients because of the baby having, and it's taught me so much, and because it's taught me so much, I could teach it so well. You know what I'm saying? So, if you say the name Velvet, I'm gonna block you. If I just see Velvet out there, I'm gonna block you because her name ain't Velvet. You gotta respect people and call people by what they actually be called if you're a respectful person. So I'm not even gonna play no games with you. Everybody can't be vegan, man. You feel me? Like, being real with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been out here 5 years. It's cool, like, don't get me wrong, like, it's cool, but if we talking realistically right now, if Babylon was to fall, niggas gonna need to go fishing. That's what I learned yesterday. Because we went all the way to the Laguna, and the dude put the fish in my hand. When I touched the fish, it was so pure. It was so clean and pristine. I was like, damn, I could eat this fish. This fish would give me life. It would transfer its life to me just like a fruit, you know? So, I was telling Rambo that we should eat closer to nature. You know what I'm saying? As far as fruits and stuff like that, but that's also stuff we should eat. We should implement a full balanced diet. It shouldn't just be, one way. And if you look at these vegan people, they be looking like crazy, my nigga. They be looking crazy because you're lacking minerals and vitamins, important vitamins and shit. But people that are fat, people that are overweight, you need to stop eating. You need to be on a vegan diet. You need to go vegan for a minute. You need that. Yeah, if you're overweight, yeah, vegan life, yeah, that's you. That's you, nigga. If you fat, you need to stop eating because your body already has an over amount of nutritions and you need to be vegan. Once a day vegan. You need to be eating vegan. There's certain levels to this shit. And it's on a spectrum, so we really need to look at the individual rather than cookie cut a fucking, basic diet. I think that there should be a basic balanced diet for all human beings, but different people require different things. And so we need to look at the spectrum and look at the individual and what their astrology is. We should eat through astrology. We should eat by the astrological energy, because if you are air sign, you burn off food very quick. You probably got a high metabolism. You got a lot of air in your chart. So you know what I'm saying? You need to eat more dense foods. You know what I'm saying? So that you can keep a healthy nutrition. You know what I'm saying? In the B6 diet is a lot of starch. It's a lot of starch, and starch diets are good sometimes if you eat in high starches, not low calorie starches, not like empty calorie starches like a lot of high sugars and stuff like that. But pasta and grains and stuff like that, whole grains are good for you. You feel what I'm saying? And that stuff holds me down. But that's me. Like, I don't need to eat meat. I don't need to eat fish. My wife does. She needs to eat it. And she'll start losing weight and getting all slender. And I like her at her sexy weight. And I'm not having that again. I'm not having my wife losing weight. I'm not having my people losing weight. We gonna do what we need to do. And as I'm researching, I realized that Babylon is not totally wrong about. When I say Babylon is totally wrong. Let me just take that back. Babylon is the 7 deadly sins. Point blank, period. No matter where you go, Babylon is the 7 deadly sins. All humans belong between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. For the premium living, for the healthiest living, so that you can get proper sunlight to feed your melanin. You need that vitamin D directly from the sunlight. You need to eat fruit. You need proper water, clean water. You need the oxygen from the jungle. You need this. This is now we can survive in these northern hemispheres because the earth has different weeds and different herbs to make up for what we don't get in the tropics. There's foods that we can eat when we're in the northern hemisphere, as the native Indians ate these foods to make up for what we didn't get in the tropics. So you can live there, but we're not living naturally. Let me ask you this question. Are you living in your natural environment? You know what I'm saying? We're not going to put no smoke in our body. That doesn't take a rocket science to understand that smoke don't belong in your body, Aki. We're not even going to play them games with you, feel me? We're not going that far. The wind is loud. Yeah. Now, the fish is too much mercury sometimes. Sometimes it could be high in mercury. You feel me? So we got to be careful with the mercury. I think that we should balance it once a day. It should be chicken. It should be fish, home, farm raised or free range chicken. Because out here, that's all you see is chickens just running everywhere. They free range, man. Out here, it's the beauty about living in tropics is that chickens, you can farm them so easily. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Let me be real with you, bro. Get to the point of the matter. We trying to be in our best health. I think that God is the premium health and premium wealth. And so I'm going to I've used my people and me to show you what vegan diet look like. We ate the premium of that. And now I'm going to be adding chicken and fish to be the human example. I want to be the human example of what happens when you add this to your diet. So you can watch us and you can see what happens. Most people just talking shit, but they ain't showing you no results. So you could watch Carbonation because we're going to be adding eggs. We're going to be adding chicken and fish to our diet. Shout out to Rambo. Thank you. I'm thankful. You was right. I was wrong about that. I was arguing with you about that. I was in my ignorance, bro. You feel me? And I appreciate you helping me, bro. You feel me? So y'all send this to Rambo and let him know I'm thankful. I'm also thankful to my wife and the love I have for her and my daughter, which broke me to understand monogamy was the most spiritual path that you can take to oneself and to get aligned with yourself, other than not being with no one at all. To find yourself in another person complete and become complete within that process of being monogamous, the spiritual understanding of being with another person that is the rest of you, because we are pieces of ourselves. And then having the experience of having multiple beautiful wives and having that relationship and realizing that it was no true substance to it, so I could help other people. I'm glad I had the experiences, and I'm glad I bumped my own fucking head. And you know what I'm saying? I'm glad I was wrong, and I'm glad I could know I was wrong so I could grow. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, so that doesn't mean we go to Hot Wings and go get wings and shit, the Wingstop. GB said we can eat meat. We can go to Wingstop. Shit, I'm about to go over there. Not fast food. I'm talking about home, farm-raised, free-range chicken, bro. I am not talking about wings. Niggas is like, facts, I'm going to Wingstop right now. I'm about to order me a 10-piece wing. Nah, nigga, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Nah, she didn't. If she put voodoo on me, she put the good African voodoo on me. The African voodoo that I needed. Y'all say voodoo like it's bad. Voodoo is that's our religion. Damn, y'all so ignorant. She said she went back and put that New Orleans voodoo on you. The good voodoo. You know, the top voodoo is the African voodoo. You know, I need that. I needed that voodoo to tap into my ancestors again and to understand, you know, that I am, you know what I'm saying, a God and a true chief. And I have to take care of my people. I have to take care of my daughter. I have a responsibility. I don't give a fuck what I look like online no more. I don't give a fuck if I have to, you know, but I have to be wrong. I have to be corrected. I stand corrected. I'm still strong. I have a lot of knowledge out there that is A1 correct. But when I'm wrong. Because I'm a man. And I could say and I could state that I stand corrected and Rambo was right. Indigenous people, you know, if we had to live indigenously out here for real in these trees, we gonna go fishing. I'm gonna be honest with you, if Babylon was to fall right now, and me and the men had to really get food for everybody. We go to the supermarket, we so easy to be like, oh, fruits and veggies and all that shit, and that's cool. And yeah, we can grow our own veggies and everything, but you gotta understand, man, nature's trying to kill us, man. He got bugs. Look, I'm not saying that you can't do it. I'm just saying that it's, you know what I'm saying, like, we need to sit down and talk. Nah, I'm not gonna spell self because that don't make no sense. I'm not gonna be spelling self like that. I'm gonna spell self the way it's supposed to be said. Man, don't be mad at me because I'm finding balance. I'm taking away the wrong and bringing in the right, finding balance, because my shit gonna be nice and tight. I'm gonna keep the right and I'm growing and take away the wrong. I'm letting you know that I have to grow as well. Everybody has to grow. Don't be mad because I'm tweaking my shit. You feel me?
You are a great leader.
You feel me? You mad because I'm tweaking my shit? Come on, man. Meat doesn't cause mucus. It's the overconsumption of it that causes. And mucus is good. Stop acting like mucus is not good. Mucus makes things move throughout your body. It's the overconsumption of meat that does this. We have to understand, and the kind of meat and what they're feeding the meat as far as hormones. Because when we mass produce meat, they have to take that meat, and for it to grow in a certain amount of time, they have to give it hormones. Because guess what? McDonald's needed on time. Burger King needed on time. So now it becomes what? Greed.
Yeah.
Greed. So now they put hormones in the food, and you're not getting a regular chicken. You getting the goddamn super goddamn booster. you getting the goddamn double deluxe chicken in 2 weeks. Because they're mass producing this chicken. This is why coming to the tropics is the shit. Moving to Jamaica, moving to the islands, where you see the chicken run around and you get the chicken and you get the egg right there. You know what I mean? We have to get into farming. This is real life I'm talking right here, bro. You feel me? It's real life. Just being real with you. You feel me? Nah, I hope they ain't been eating the wrong meat, because the meat that you eating out there ain't good, bro. I'm telling you that you should move to the tropics and get the meat here locally with a local grown, local meat, local fish, local eggs. You know what I'm saying? You move to the islands and you go into the mountains and you get that, that good food, man. That the Rasta chicken, that, you know what I mean? The good chicken, And so just that's what I'm saying to y'all, man. You said I'll say anything? It is what it is. I just told you. I told you what I'm going to do. I'm just telling you what I'm going to do. You don't have to follow me. Shit, I'm telling you what I'm about to do. You could watch. You could be entertained. It don't matter to me. Here you go, baby. You could watch. You could be entertained. I'm just telling you what I'm doing with my life. I'm also moving to Africa. I feel like Africa is a place where we all need to be. We don't need to be here. We need to go back home. We need to go back to where we originally was, because our land, if you're not going to move to Central America is like a baby step toward Africa. Like if you need to just drive to get to the tropics to fill it out, it's the baby step. And then the next step is just Africa. Africa's our home, man. That's where we belong. That's where everything is potent. You know what I'm saying? That's where the land is connected to the center of the earth. Like, we're connected to the whole cosmos there in Africa. When you touch the ground and you ground there, everything is way more powerful. We're connected. Our genes are going to be activated through that.
I'm here.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Always respect. Shout out to Rambo. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he was right about that. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. Just because I'm not going to be going from one extreme to the next extreme. It's about balance. All about balance. I'm just letting y'all know it's all about balance. So even though I'm like, yeah, Rambo, don't get it twisted. Shit needs to have order and structure, and it's not a cookie cutter diet for everybody. If you fat and you know you overweight, don't be trying to hop on no chicken because that's in that fish. And if you do, you need to be vegan. You need to stop eating. Okay? If you're fat, if you're overweight, you need to stop eating. You need to be vegan. You need to eat the B6 diet without the meat. Okay? I'm just being real with you. You feel what I'm saying? I'm being all the way real. You fat and out of shape, you need to cut back on fats. You need to eat the B6 diet once a day. You need to eat fruit, and you need to be disciplined. Fuck that. You need to know that this shit is on a spectrum. It's not no cookie cutter shit. There's people out there with high cholesterol. There's people out there with diabetes. No, you need to fucking listen to Yada. Yada has a fucking purpose. That nigga's trying to talk to you. You overweight motherfuckers that need to get in shape. They need to heal the body. You got diseases. You taking a whole bunch of medication. You need to listen to Yada. Yada's gonna get you right on fucking point. You feel me? Yada put his whole life in trying to help and heal people. Shout out to Yada. You feel what I'm saying? Because he's trying to really fucking help y'all. You need to fuck with Yada. You feel what I'm saying? On some real shit. Our people got a plethora of teachers to go to. You feel what I'm saying? When you trying to get your spirituality right, when you trying to get your soul right, as far as understanding knowledge itself, you come to Chief. Chief is where you come to when you want to understand how the reality works, how your soul works, where you go after you die, understanding yourself on that level through astrology. When you trying to, understand yourself from a more spiritual level, then you come to me. But sometimes it takes steps. So you got to go to my man Yada. You feel me? Yada gonna get you right. Shout out to Yada. He took so much of his fucking life. He could be selling drugs. This nigga could be doing whatever. This nigga really took his time in his life. I don't know if he about to go to jail. And if he is, it's because of niggas trying to hate on him. It's because niggas is trying to hate on this nigga, man. They trying to hate on this brother for doing something great. This nigga selling herbs. That's all he doing, bro. The nigga is really trying to do right. God damn, there's so many niggas out here doing fucked up shit. And niggas is gonna hate on the niggas that's trying to do right. That shit crazy. That shit crazy. Man, I don't know about all that. I'm not on no other shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? All I'm telling you is that when it comes to your health, y'all got a lot of good information. I'm not telling you to go buy no herbs if you're going to buy herbs. I'm not telling you to do none of that. I'm just saying that he got a lot of information to help you and inspire you. He's an inspirational speaker. He the one that gets your ass off that fat ass couch and get your ass up and do what the fuck you need to do to get you where you need to go. And guess what? If you really about your life growth, you're going to find me. You're going to graduate to me. It don't matter where you at. You're going to graduate to me. And even with Brother Polite is teaching you something very important, but he's teaching you it the wrong way. We have to learn how to have financial stability in our lives. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't agree on how he's teaching it. I don't agree on how he's teaching it. You feel what I'm saying? Getting involved in Babylon and flipping houses and doing all this stuff and da-da-da-da-da, and then going to be out there with the Babylon people and their greed and overindulging. Nigga, why you need a big ass house like that for what? You only got a little ass family. What you need to drive that car for? That shit doesn't make any sense when there's people out here starving. My nigga, you know how many people live with me in this big ass house? And we still sleep humbly on the ground? You can't live like that. Brother Polite, you can't live like that. You can't live like that knowing that there's hungry people out here in this world, this whole planet. My heart won't let me live like that. I have to live humbly because there's someone hungry out there. I have to eat for them. I have to love for them. I have to do everything. I cannot be greedy. I can't ride around in a Rolls Royce. For what? Nigga, there's somebody that has to walk miles just to get some food. Nigga, what the fuck am I gonna take my money and be in greed for? I only take what I need and give away the rest. I don't need much. You don't need to fucking be in the luxury house and all that shit. I mean, it's one thing to have luxury, but share it. If you're gonna have a big house, make sure everybody living with you. You know how many people live with me? We're spread out. If it was just me, I would have a little house. That's all I need, minimum. I'm not going to take more than I need, and that's what Brother Polite needs to understand is that, bro, there's poor people out here, bro. You can't live your life like that. You can't. With that money, you can't live your life like that. That's a test. You have to stay humble because there's poor people out here, bro. And the way you manifest money is with your mind. You don't need to manifest money by doing all of that. It's cosmic currency. You feel what I'm saying? And so in our society, we don't need money. What we need is morals. The only reason why we use the concept of money in a monetary system is because we can't trust the human mind. We can't trust the human heart. And that alone lets us know that we're in our lower self. And so it's the human that needs to be fixed. You don't throw money in there. You fix the human. You fix the human mind. You fix the human psyche. Instead of throwing money in there as a way of fixing the fact that we can't trust each other. How about we just fix our psyche and we fix the human mind rather than just throwing some object in there or some kind of system in there to say, here's how we deal with each other. We'll use money. And money just shows that we can't trust each other because we're in our lower self. We should have a moral standard that we live by, that we should take care of each other. This is how we should be. We should take care of each other rather than having to trust money to be in God we trust. And it puts it on the money. And money, that's who you trust. You trust that money. You like, same time, nigga, I don't know you. Give me my money. You trust money instead of trusting your brother. Why? Because we don't have a society that holds us to a moral standard. I just imagine if it was a trend not to steal. And if you got caught stealing, people look down on you like, what the fuck, you's a thief. Just imagine that. Just imagine if we was in a world where you owed somebody something, and if people found out, and you thought in your mind that if people found out, then they would look down on you. That is the reason why you did the right thing. You didn't do the right thing because, oh, you know what I'm saying? This person's gonna give me money, or this person's gonna give me something that I need, or something like that. But you did the right thing because in your society, people will look down on you. They're like, ew, you stole? Ew. And you would not be cool at all. You know what I'm saying? So instead of us working on the psyche of our children, because that's where it all starts, because everything starts at home, I think that bad people start as children. We all start as children. So to fix everything that we have going on here, we have to start with family. We have to start at home. It starts with you. First it starts with you, then it starts with your wife, then it starts with your child. And you have to give them an environment. And what I'm creating here in Carbonation is another society. I'm creating a society where we live with a certain standard. You understand what I'm saying? I want to build something where we don't need money. That we have all our resources ourselves because we grow our own food. We have our commune. And this is what I'm going to be doing in Africa. In Africa, I'm going to be having our own stuff where we don't have to need that. The only thing we need is our morals. So if you have chickens and I have fish, that we take care of each other because we see each other as one. We know that you are my reflection. And if you are hungry, then I am hungry. And we all must eat. And everyone take care of each other. And then we have harmony. And that's what I'm trying to do. Period. Right now, we need money because we are subjected to this society that we live in. But what do you need money for if you ask yourself? You need your money for shelter. You need money. We're paying for convenience. We need money for shelter. We need money for food. And we need money for transportation. But if you can build your own shelter and you pay for electricity and water, if we can have our own solar panels, harness our own electricity, right? And we can harness it, and then we grow our own food. We don't need money for food because we grow our own food. We don't need money for shelter because we built our own houses. We don't need money for transportation because we make our own transportation, whatever that may be. You understand what I'm saying to you? So we don't really need the system like that. We can be independent of the system. Or if we did buy a car, we bought a car straight out. And we was like, okay, we drove it around, whatever. Or we have buses, big buses. Everybody doesn't need a car. I think that Uber was a really good idea. I like Uber, where you share, you share what we need. We should share way more than we do. We should share. We don't share. Too much greed, too much pride, too much 7 deadly sins. That's what I'm telling you. Babylon is the 7 deadly sins, no matter where you go. It's just that it's saturated in these areas like the United States, in these countries where you have cities. It's saturated. But if you got country towns out there that man, they don't even live like that. They live, like I'm talking about, communes. And that's all I want to build with my life. I just want to build with the families that I have here, with the people that I draw to me. I want us to come together and reunite. I have some friends in Africa now that want to give me, villages, and they want to give me the village. They want to give me the village. They want to give me the land. I have actual friends in Africa that are like, we have land, we have farmers, we have everything that you've been talking about, and you can have it. And you are our brother, and they want to embrace me. And I'm so glad that I've been pushing out this message to the universe for so long that, we are finally going to inherit this. And it's going to be so powerful when you see me, because it's like, okay, wow, Chief's really doing it. He's really doing what he set out to do. It's been so many years, and he's worked out the kinks. I've been somebody out here practicing what I'm talking about, and been out here talking about this. It's power in words, bro. A lot of people like, all you're doing is talking. No, let me tell you something. Sometimes that's what it starts with. It starts with you just holding a thought for long. I know it looks like we just talking, we just throwing knowledge out there, but we're creating our reality. We're creating. It starts with you just talking. That's what it starts. That's the gift. In the beginning was God the universe said, let there be light. It talked, it spoke itself into existence. So you have to speak it into existence. You have to believe and hold that dream, and then eventually it will manifest. And now we are manifesting our dreams. You know, we have got calls from big chiefs in Africa, you know, offering us villages. The whole village, they offer us to come back home. And I'm just so happy about that, you know. And a couple people in Africa hit us up and like, yo, you're welcome. You're so welcome. Showing us pictures and all kind of beautiful. I'm like, wow, we really manifested this shit. We really did it. And I know people like, oh, y'all not growing no food, da-da-da-da-da. But we was just talking. We talked it into existence. It was like it was being built from what we thought. We was just thinking it. Just thinking it and talking it, and all of a sudden it was being built somewhere. And that's how powerful the mind is. That's how powerful, if you can focus on cosmic currency, that's how powerful it is. All it takes is for you to think. This is how I got my barbershop. I got my barbershop just thinking, and then somebody gave me $25,000. Somebody just gave that money to me. Just gave it to me. I was only focused. I wasn't worried about the money. I wasn't worried about what I didn't have. I visioned what I was going to have, and I held that vision, and I talked, and I ate, sleep, shit that vision. And before you know it, the universe must give it to you. And this is the key. This is the key. So this is the key. And so many people are like, how are you doing the things that you're doing? I said I want to be polygamous. I held that thought, and before you know it, I had 5 wives because I thought it so. Because I thought it so. It doesn't mean that it was righteous. It doesn't mean that it was right. But I had the will and the focus to think it into existence, and it came because I was focused on that one thing. And that's what we have to understand. If we want something, you have to focus your mind on it. Some people are like, oh, you ain't got no skill. You ain't got nothing. I got my mind, and I can dream it. I can dream it into existence. I can vision it. I can feel it. I can think it. I will not be discouraged. I'm going to win. I'm going to have it. I'm going to focus my mind on whatever I want. This is why I'm so blessed. This is why I'm so blessed. I'm blessed because even when I am wrong and I experienced what, I still manifested it. I did it. If I wanted it, I had it. I did it. I spoke it into existence, and you watch me live. I did. And I'm going to show you more. I'm going to show you more. And you don't believe me right now. But when I show you the village, when I show you I'm in Africa, when I show you, then you're going to say, wow, yo. You know, I've manifested so many things right before your eyes on this live. Anybody been following me for long? You know, I manifested a lot of things on this live. And the internet is so powerful because you get to throw it out into the universe through the viewers, through the visions, and people share your video, and it goes out into the universe. It just goes, and you can use the internet. It's so beautiful how you can use the internet to just speak stuff into existence. Be careful, though, what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for. I've been blessed to always stumble upon and my feet and find out the truth and get it and be like, okay, cool, grab it and be like, all right, cool, I'm willing to change, I'm willing to grow. But be careful what you ask for, man, because you're powerful beyond measure. Whatever life you're living right now is because of how you think. If you don't like it, change the way you think. Study your astrology because your astrology shows you your patterns of your thoughts. You know, I've been telling you guys this. You gotta know yourself, know how your mind works. You see what I'm saying? So, I manifested everything I want, good and bad. Good and bad. The universe knows what's in your heart. It knows your heart's desires. Trust me. Every one of you have a dream. Every one of you have something you want. Yeah? You know your heart desire. You know what make you really happy, your heaven. You can have it. But you gotta focus your mind on it. You gotta focus your mind on it, on what you want, man. This is your life. You gotta live it. And when the lights turn out, and it's your time to be judged for all that you did while you were here, make sure you're proud of yourself. Because the lights are going to turn out eventually. Make sure you're proud of what you did, what you stood for. Make sure. want to be proud of myself when I look back on my life. This is why I don't have that kind of a pride where I can't be wrong. Because I don't want to be wrong in the afterlife. I don't want to die and someone be like, you was too stubborn to listen. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that soul that when I get to the gates or I get to the Almighty and I'm looking at my life, I want to say, damn, I was kind of stubborn. I want to look at like, yeah. But I got it though. Like, yes, you got it. Yes, you did it. You did it. You were able to overcome your deadly sins. You were able to overcome. I want to be that. I don't want to be the guy stuck in his ways and stuck. You know? So I don't want to be that. I've died before. I know what happens. I've been to hell, what I thought was hell. I've heard the screams in my ears. I felt the terror. I felt people that were in regret. I felt that's all I could tell you, regret. Regret and, it was just, regret is the only word I can express to the atmosphere there. Like when I think about the atmosphere of Earth, I think about opportunity.
Yeah.
When I'm here in this plane of existence, I'm thinking opportunity, right? When I was there in hell, it was no opportunity. It was regret, guilt. It was guilt. It was every time I wake up in the AM, it's an opportunity. It just feels like an opportunity. This is what this place feels like. It feels like a fucking opportunity. This is just breathing opportunity. In hell, there was no opportunity. It was just regret, guilt. Fuck, I should have known. It was that. That was the whole atmosphere. When I wake up here, I breathe in, I'm like, an opportunity to do the right thing, an opportunity to figure it out, an opportunity to change, an opportunity to grow, an opportunity, yeah. This place is like an opportunity. That's the only thing I can think of when I think of this place.